Welcome to the instructional video for filing a real estate transfer return within My Tax Account. This video is hosted by the Wisconsin Department of Revenue's State and Local Finance Division. Throughout the video, we'll refer to the real estate transfer return as RETR, the Wisconsin Department of Revenue as DOR, and My Tax Account as MTA. Today we'll walk through filing a RETR and share helpful tips and resources. We'll be using a testing and training environment in this video, so there may be some differences in the screen appearances from what you see in this video and on our website. If you're following along within MTA, note that it's a live environment and anything you submit will be filed with DOR. To get started, visit the DOR website at revenue.wi.gov. Under Online Services on the left side of the screen, click the RETR icon. On the MTA landing page, scroll down to the bottom to access the RETR section. Here you'll find links to filing, changing or amending a RETR, and making a payment. Also ones for the RETR information and resources page, searching for Wisconsin property data and downloading historical RETR data. For purposes of this video, we'll click File a RETR. The first page indicates the state law RETR is under and lists who has statutory responsibilities to use the information. It also lists the documents you need to complete the return. If you don't have all the items listed, make a note of the ones you still need and click Cancel in the bottom left. Once you have all listed documents, most importantly, the completed document of conveyance, you can begin your return. After reviewing the page, select I'm not a robot for verification purposes. Once a green checkmark appears, click Next in the lower right corner. The next page lists county information. From the drop-down list, select the county where the property is located. If you're filing more than one transfer return for the conveyance, click Yes. If the second return is within the same county as this return, click Yes. Then enter the total number of returns you plan to file. If the second return is not within the same county, click No. You are required to list the county or counties where your additional returns are located. Click the Add a County link to select an additional county from the drop-down list. If you need to remove a county from the return, click the X to the left of the county name. You need to confirm the removal. As you complete the form, note that your selections determine the other options that appear. You'll occasionally see error messages or red asterisks in the form. These indicate a required field. You won't be able to continue the return until those fields are complete. For the purposes of this video, we're only going to file a return in one county. Remove all counties and click No for filing more than one return. On the pages throughout the return, you'll notice across the top a line of checkmark circles. These are known as breadcrumbs, and they show all the pages you've already completed. Click any of the checkmarked circles to jump to that page of the return. As you go through the form, you'll notice MTA has a few differences from the old application. There may be some selections that you can make in the previous application that you can no longer make in MTA. In MTA, the rules and restrictions built into the form make sure that the return complies with state statutes. MTA also only shows options appropriate to your specific return to aid in completing the return. There are buttons along the bottom to assist in navigating and completing the return. Find Save Request is used to find a previously saved return. You will need the email address and confirmation code from the saved return to find a saved request. Do note, Cancel will cancel your current return and any changes you made won't be saved. If you click Cancel, a window appears asking if you're sure you want to leave the screen and reminding you that your changes won't be saved. If you're unable to finish filing your return in one sitting, use the Save Draft button. Enter your email address and confirm your email address. Then click OK. Remember, take note of the confirmation code or print the confirmation screen so you can easily find the return later. When you're ready to continue your return, select Find Saved Request. The Previous and Next buttons will take you to the page immediately before or after the page you are currently on. If you want to jump further back, use the breadcrumbs at the top of the page. Now that we've reviewed some of the form's features, we'll continue by filling out the form. If you are filing any documents listed, click Yes and select the document type from the drop-down list. If you aren't filing one of the documents listed, click No. Select Yes or No to Are you filing a Wisconsin Department of Transportation document? If yes, select the document type from the drop-down. If you're not filing a Department of Transportation document, click No. You are then asked if you're filing a lease, assignment of lease, or land contract. Click Yes or No. Then select the document type from the drop-down. If the document you are filing does not require a reader, a red warning message appears stating, "This document does not require a return to be submitted." If the warning appears, click Cancel and take your document to the Register of Deeds office for recording. If you select Other as the document type, you must enter an explanation. Once you complete all the required fields, click Next. The Conveyance Type drop-down is based on the document type you selected on the previous page. Select the Conveyance type from the drop-down list. Fill out the other fields as required. Some selections require an explanation before moving on to the next selection. Once you complete all required fields, click Next. This is the Grantor page. A grantor is also called a seller. You must add all grantors that are on the document of conveyance. Click Add a Grantor. Do note, each individual grantor must be listed separately. For example, if a wife and husband are selling the property, each must be listed as separate grantors. All fields are required when adding a grantor. Fill out each field, including the address. Once you enter the address, click Verify Address. Select the correct address from the list. Verifying the address ensures it is recognized by the United States Postal Service. Once verified, click Save. Once a grantor's information is entered, click Add. If you need to make a change to the grantor's information, click the pencil icon to the left of the grantor's name. Click OK after you've made your updates. To cancel any changes, click Cancel. To remove the grantor from the return, click Remove Grantor at the bottom of the screen. You can also remove a grantor by clicking the X to the left of the grantor's name in the table. You need to confirm the removal. Once you've entered all grantors separately and filled out all required fields, click Next. This is the Grantee page. The grantee is also called a buyer. This page is like the grantor's page. You must add all grantees that are on the document of conveyance. Click Add a Grantee to add grantees. Each individual grantee must be listed separately. For example, if a wife and husband are buying the property, each must be listed as separate grantees. All fields are required when adding a grantee. Fill out each field, including the address. It is important to point out the Yes or No button under Mailing Address. Use this grantee's address as the tax bill mailing address. The tax bill will be sent to the address designated as the tax bill mailing address. If the grantee's address is not the same address where the tax bill should be sent, choose No. If you selected No for all grantees, you will be asked later in the return where the tax bill should be sent. Do note, the tax bill can only be sent to one address. After entering the grantee's mailing address, you must click Verify Address. Select the correct address from the list. Verifying the address ensures it is recognized by the United States Postal Service. Once verified, click Save. Once a grantee's information is entered, click Add. On the grantee table, verify the grantee information shown is correct, including the appropriate Send Tax Bill box is checked if applicable. If you need to edit the grantee's information, click the pencil icon to the left of the grantee's name. Once you've made your changes, click OK. To cancel any changes, click Cancel. To remove the grantee from the return, click Remove Grantee at the bottom. You can also remove a grantee by clicking the X to the left of the grantee's name on the table. You need to confirm the removal. Once you've entered all grantees separately and filled out all required fields, click Next. The fee page is where you see the transfer fee amount. This fee is paid to the County Register of Deeds in the county where the real estate is located. If your real estate transfer is exempt from the transfer fee, select the exemption number from the drop-down list. The list only contains applicable exemptions dependent on your previous entries or selections. For example, it may be based on the document, conveyance, grantor, and/or grantee types you chose. Select an exemption, but only if it applies to your specific transfer. Depending on the type of conveyance, you will enter either the estimate value or sale price. The return calculates the transfer fee due based on the exemption you selected, if any, or on the sale price you entered. The gray boxes autofill the transfer fee due. You cannot edit any gray fields. If the last two lines apply to your transfer, enter the value. Otherwise, leave those fields blank. Enter the value in whole dollars of any personal property included in this sale. Do not include this value in the total value of real estate transferred and the value subject to fee. Personal property items include, but are not limited to, household appliances, household and office furnishings, boats, and farm machinery. You should maintain a detailed list of each item that is considered personal property. Once the transfer fee due is calculated and you complete all applicable fields, click Next. On the Parcels page, you must add all parcels that are listed on the document of conveyance and associated with the property being transferred. If there is more than one tax parcel for the property, you must add each separately. Click Add a Parcel to add one parcel at a time. There are built-in rules for the parcel number format based on the municipality selected. Note, the format rule and an example of a parcel number is located to the right of the parcel number field to assist you. Based on the use type you select, you may be asked if the parcel will be the grantee's primary residence. It's important to accurately report this. The County Treasurer's Office will apply or remove the lottery gaming credit based on your selection. If you add more than one parcel, you can only select one parcel as the primary residence. Complete each required field, then click Add. To edit a parcel's information, click the pencil icon to the left of the parcel number. Once you've made your changes, click OK. To cancel any changes, click Cancel. To remove the parcel from this return, click Remove Parcel. You can also remove a parcel by clicking the X to the left of the parcel number. You need to confirm the removal. Once all parcels have been entered separately, click Next. You will only see this page if you selected Section, Township, Range on the Parcel Information page. Enter the legal description as it appears on the document of conveyance. Note, you can copy and paste into this field. It is important that you do not enter any Social Security numbers or FEIN numbers in the legal description. If the parcel number has 9 or more numbers, place a space in the parcel number. Once the legal description is entered, click Next. The next section is the tax bill address. This page only appears if you selected No to the Use this grantee's address as the tax bill mailing address on the grantee page. Enter the address where the tax bill should be mailed to. Click Verify Address. Once the address is verified, click Next. On the Prepare page, choose Yes or No if the grantor and/or grantee have an agent. An agent is anyone who is acting or signing on behalf of the grantor or grantee. An agent is required if the return involves a decedent, entity, or trust, and will be the person representing the grantor or grantee. The person preparing this return must enter their contact information. The email address must be valid and verified. Once an email address is entered, click Verify Email. The system will send a verification code to the entered email address. Find the code in your email inbox. Enter the code in the verification code field in the form. If you don't receive the code, verify the email address is correct and then click Resend. Click Use a different email to change the email address you want the verification code sent to. Once your email has been verified, click Next. On the Preparer's page, if you selected Yes to indicate the grantor has an agent, this page will display. Enter the agent's contact information and mailing address, and click Verify Address. Once all required fields are complete, click Next. Grantee's agent. On the Preparer's page, if you selected Yes to indicate the grantee has an agent, this page will appear. Enter the contact information and mailing address for the grantee's agent. Click Verify Address. Once all required fields are complete, click Next. The financing page will only appear if you selected Sale as the conveyance type. You'll need to select whether financing is being used for this sale. If you select Yes, there are multiple types of financing options. Toggle the button for each financing option used for this sale. You can select more than one option. Enter the total amount financed, interest rate, and the financing term. Review the help bubble if you're unsure of the terms. Once all fields are complete, click Next. The marketing page will only appear if you selected Sale, Partition, Gift, Land Contract Amendment, Satisfaction of a Land Contract, Foreclosure, or a sheriff's deed to a person with no prior interest, or mineral lease as a conveyance. Select the marketing method used from the drop-down list. Then make your availability selection. Click Next to continue. This page shows a summary of certain selections completed throughout the return that will appear on your reader receipt. Carefully review this page for any errors. If you need to make any corrections, navigate to the appropriate selection using the breadcrumbs at the top of the screen, or click the previous button until you reach the section that needs updating. Once you've verified all information is correct, click Next. On the next page, affirm that the information you entered is accurate. If you agree, click Submit. When your return is successfully submitted, you will see the confirmation page with the receipt number. Be sure to take note of this receipt number for your records and keep it in a safe place. You must use this number to review or amend your return. From this page, select Print Receipt and take the paper copy to the County Register of Deeds office with the document of conveyance. If there is a fee due, you must pay it at the County Registers of Deeds office. Do not pay the fee through MTA. Do note, the County Register of Deeds will also charge an additional fee to record the document of conveyance and any other related documents. The Register of Deeds office needs the paper reader receipt to record your documents and verify the fee submitted with your documents is correct. Congratulations! We've successfully walked through filing a reader using MTA. Thank you for watching this instructional video. If you have questions, contact us at retr@wisconsin.gov, 608-264-6885 or 608-266-1594.